విజువలైజేషన్స్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ విజువలైజేషన్స్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి ఏంటి అవి కవర్ చేస్తాము. ఫిల్టర్స్ లో పేజ్ ఫిల్టర్, ఫిల్టర్స్ అండ్ విజువల్ ఫిల్టర్స్, రిపోర్ట్ లెవెల్ ఫిల్టర్స్,
ఓకే,
ఇవన్నీ కవర్ చేసాం కాబట్టి.
Okay. Can anybody with the drill through and drill down in details? Yeah, drill down and drill through. Yes. So can anybody tell where can we see the top end function?
In the visual level filters.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So how can, I mean what is mean by focus mode?
Focus mode is to highlight any type of visual. To highlight the visual, you can use the focus mode, sir. Particularly one that visual only. To focus a particular visual, we use the focus mode to highlight that.
What is drill through? Drill through, I think we discussed on Friday, I guess. Yeah, we'll get in detail into the visualization. No, not drill down. I'm talking about drill through, Vikrant. Yeah, drill through is something which it takes complete into the pages from one page to another. Yeah, we can navigate from one page to another page based on the filter selection which you have made in the first page. You can take to any page which will connect. Yeah, page 1, 2, 3 or such things. Okay. So ఎట్లా వర్క్ అవుతుందో చూసుకున్నారా? ఒకసారి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశారా? పవన్, గోపి మీరేం మాట్లాడట్లేదు?
చేసినామన్నా.
ఓకే, గోపి మీరు
చేస్తాను సార్. మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చెప్పండి సార్
టాపిక్.
ఏమంటే కాదన్నా సెకండ్ పేజ్ నుండి ఫస్ట్ పేజీకి పోతుంది అన్న. అది సెకండ్ పేజ్ నుండి ఫస్ట్ పేజీకి పోతుంది.
అవును, కరెక్టే కదా మరి.
అట్లేనా? ఓకే అన్న.
నువ్వు రెండు drill through create చేయాలంటే what is the prerequisite? So we need to have 2 pages. Okay, so in the second pages whatever the measures or whatever the fields you will add, so the drill automatically the back arrow button you will see it in the second page. Okay, once you click on the second page it will take us to the home page. So that is the properties only we have seen, right? So let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the first page, Gopi. So this is the first page. So I'll remove all the drill throughs here. Okay, I'll remove all the drill throughs here. So there is no here also. I will remove this one. Okay, nothing is there here now. Okay, nothing is there. Now what I'm doing, I'm just adding the. So I'm adding the drill through fields in the page 2. Okay, just remember that if you add in the home page, nothing will happen. So you cannot. There is no use of drill throughs. Okay, you always add the second page drill throughs in the second page. Okay, drill throughs in the second page. So I'm just adding product. Okay, and then I'm just adding the sales price. I'm just adding the gross sales. I'm just adding the segment. Okay, so whenever we add the drill through fields here in the second page, you can see this is the arrow button. You can see it by default. Okay, you can see it. So now if you go here, so now you can see the drill through here. Can you see it? Right click to drill through, and here also right click to drill through. Okay, it is going to the page 4. Right, do this, delete. So I'll take only two pages, so for clear understanding. Country. Okay, now it is not showing, right? So let me add what are the fields we have here. Country, product, and then profit, right? So let's add the profit in the second page.
bro.
Okay, now we can see profit also. Check now. Okay, still it is not showing. Okay, still see it is not showing. I don't know, because of the profit we are taking as profit sunrise. Okay, we try now. Okay, see now it is showing the drill through. Okay, now it is showing the drill through, because we were using individual category. Okay, so what I have done, see, can you see it, Gopi? So just understand. So what I have done, I have added the drill through fields, whichever fields you require. For example, in page 3, phase 4, you are using in one visual, you are using profit, in one visual you are using product, and one visual you are using sales price. Okay, so wherever we are using the visual, at least one field should be available, one field that field should be available in the visuals, so that the drill to will be available in the first page. Okay, see now here also you can see it, here also you can see it. Let's say if I right click on it, so what I'm doing country. Okay, I'm doing a country Canada and making a drill through. Okay, so that means whatever the Canada information we have, all the Canada information only will be shown in the page 2. So see the Canada, so this is the Canada data only, so you cannot see another data. See, this is the Canada data only. Okay, and again here, so if we go here, if I right click on it and then drill through page 2, you go here and you can see only Germany information. Okay, if you want to go back, then click on arrow button and see, you can see it. And then if I go further drill down, and if I see, this is the product, right? So this is the product. If I want to make product on only for Pasio, okay, I'll make it drill through, and then it will show the data only for Pasio. Can you see it here? So all the countries but only Pasio. Yes, okay. All the countries but only Pasio data, because what we are doing, we are making a filter on Pasio. Yes. And then, so if I go here, so here this is the product, right? So product is VTT. Let's right click and go to drill through, and you can see only product is VTT. Okay, so the sum, so like this you can see the data, only for based on the filter which you have made in the first page. According to that, it will filter the data in the second page of whatever the pages you have made. Okay, understood? Yes, let's add another page. Okay, let's add another page 3, and then add some visual. Okay, so let's add the product. Okay, product and then country, and then add the profit. Sorry, profits always in values, right? So see, now this is a profit, and sorry, this is the one visual, and let me add another visual to understand. Let's add only table visual. Okay, so now we have product, country, profit. Okay, product, country, profit, and then add the segment also. So we have a segment also, right? So now what you need to do, you need to add the drill through fields, right? You need to add the drill through fields here. Okay, let's try now. Are you able to see the page 3? No, right? So right click on it. Can you see page 3? No, right? Because you have not added the drill through fields, right? You have not added the drill through fields in the page 3. So add segment. Okay, add segment, and then profit, and the profit here. Now if you go here and then check it, see, can you see it here, page 3? Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm taking the data for Velo, and I'm going for the page 3, and then what it will do, it will filter the only for Velo data in page 3. See, Velo page 3 here, Velo page 3. Okay, if you want to go back to the first page, so you can go it. And here also, if you want to make a filter, drill through, and if you want to go to the page 3, it will take us to the page 3, but only for this data. And if you click on back arrow button, it will take us to the second page, because we came from the second page, right? We came from the second page. That is the reason. Again, if we go here, so it will take us to the first page. So sequence wise it will go. అర్థమైందా? అర్థమైంది.
ఫస్ట్ పేజ్లో యాడ్ చేసుకోలే కదన్నా, ఫస్ట్ పేజ్లో మనమేం యాడ్ చేసుకోలే కదా.
That's what I'm saying. You don't need, if you add any fields in the first page, there is no use. That's what I'm saying. So you need to have at least 2 pages. In the second page or third page, you need to add. This is home page, right? Based on the first page, based on the home page only, you are making a filter for the further pages. First page లో యాడ్ చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది? ఏమీ రాదు. What you will do in the first page? ఎక్కడ నావిగేట్ చేస్తావు నువ్వు? ఎక్కడ నావిగేట్ చేయలేవు కదా.
మళ్ళీ దీంట్లో క్లిక్ చేస్తే దాంట్లోకి పోతున్నాయి కదన్నా. దీంట్లో క్లిక్ చేస్తా అంటే దానిలోకి పోతున్నాయి కదా సెకండ్ పేజ్లోకి.
నేను నీకేం అర్థమవుతుంది కావాలి, నీకేం అర్థం కావట్లేదు. నువ్వు సెకండ్ పేజ్ లో వేస్తున్నావు, అందుకోసమే సెకండ్ పేజ్ లో ఫస్ట్ పేజ్ నుంచి సెకండ్ పేజ్కి వెళ్తున్నావు. ఎక్కడ యాడ్ చేస్తున్నావు? డ్రిల్ త్రూ ఫీల్డ్స్ అనేవి సెకండ్ పేజ్ లో యాడ్ చేస్తున్నావు. సెకండ్ పేజ్ లో యాడ్ చేస్తేనే నువ్వు ఫస్ట్ పేజ్ లో డ్రిల్ త్రూ అనేది అవైలబుల్ వస్తుంది. ఏం చేస్తున్నావు నువ్వు? నేనేం చెప్తున్నా, నేను అమరిల్లా డేటా మాత్రమే నేను సెకండ్ పేజ్ లో చూడాలి అంటున్నా. సో అమరిల్లాని మాత్రమే ఫిల్టర్ చేస్తుంది. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్ అమరిల్లా సెలెక్షన్, it will filter the second page data. See, it will filter the second page data.
మనం ఏదైనా చేసుకోవచ్చు కదన్నా. డ్రిల్ త్రూలోనే ఆప్షన్లు వస్తాయి కదన్నా, యావగాలి దీనిలోనే.
ఎక్కడ డ్రిల్ త్రూ వస్తుంది?
దయ్యడంలో డ్రిల్ త్రూలోనా యాడ్ చేస్తాం చూడు మనము.
అది డ్రిల్ డౌన్ నాట్ డ్రిల్ త్రూ. నీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇది డ్రిల్ డౌన్. ఓకే, ఇది డ్రిల్ డౌన్. If you go further down, it will take us the detail level, but it will not filter any data. Or is it filtering any data? No, right? It is showing the data. It is showing all the data. It is not filtering any data. Okay. But when you make a filter, when you make a drill through, it will filter the data. It will filter the data for 2013 year. Okay. For example, here if you make page 2, so it will show the data only for 2013. నీకు కనిపిస్తుందా డిఫరెన్స్? ఇప్పుడు ఓన్లీ 2013 మాత్రమే కనిపిస్తుంది. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినా కూడా నీకు 2013 మాత్రమే చూపిస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. So that means we are showing the data. It is filtering the data for the 2013. So that is the difference. That is the reference. For example, if I make here, so it will show only. See, for example, if I go page 2 and I will remove the filter here. Okay. Now can you see 2013 and 2014? Both the data you are able to see, right? Okay, 2013 కనిపిస్తుంది, 2014 కూడా కనిపిస్తుంది. Correct, right?
Correct.
So now if I make a drill through here, right click and then go drill through, and it will take us to the, so it will filter the data, because what we are doing, we are making a filter on 2014, right? Okay. So that is the reason it will show the 2014 data. Are you able to see 2013 here?
14.
Yeah, are you able to see 2013?
No.
Yeah. So that is the use of drill through. So what is the main description is like, you can navigate from one page to the other page based on the filter which you have made in the home page or first page. Okay.
Okay.
అర్థమైందా గోపి? And other people?
అర్థమైంది సార్.
Okay, so last week we have covered filters, properties, visual properties, report properties, slicers, drill throughs, drill downs, and everything we have covered. So these are the daily functions. I mean, these are the daily options we use. I mean, filters you use, report properties you use, filter slicers you will use, drill downs, drill throughs. This is the day to day. These are the options you will have. I mean, you will do day to day in day to day ways, definitely, because if you want to make a filter, you need to go to the visuals, and if you want to create a slicer, you need to create a slicer, and properties anyway you will definitely use it, and also like drill downs. So if you want to go to the further level, so you can add the drill downs into the fields. So I mean you can add fields into the drill downs further levels, and again drill throughs also you can use. So these are all the important day-to-day activities. So you'll definitely work on it in the real time. Okay, clear? So then today we will talk about the connectivity modes in Power BI. So this is also important. This is also important in interview also. They will definitely ask you. Okay, how many types of how many types of connectivity modes? Okay, connectivity modes antarmata. How many types of Power BI? First one is import mode. Import mode. Second one is direct query mode. Direct query mode. Third one is live connection. So these are the three modes we have, but you just need to focus mainly on import and direct query mode. So in day-to-day activities, you will definitely use the import or direct query mode. Okay, I will explain you one by one what is the import mode and what is the direct query mode. So today we will talk about the theory part, and then tomorrow we'll see in the system. Okay, we'll see in the practical. Okay, so loading చేసేటప్పుడు data connectivity modes అంటే నువ్వు how, so by using get data, by click on get data, while you are getting the data from the any of the source except Excel. Okay, Excel lo ee options కనిపివు. Except Excel, you will check the these three mode except Excel by using. But live connection ante it is only for, that is only for cloud models. Okay, that is only for when you are getting the data from cloud data. So when you are fetching the data from cloud. So but we just focus on import mode and direct query mode. Okay, import mode and direct query mode. Import mode and direct query mode. One second. Import mode ante, so import mode, what is mean by import mode? Import mode ante, so it will import the data, it will import the entire data, it will import the entire data and copy the data in Power BI desktop. That means it will store the data in Power BI, will store the data in Power BI, will store the data in Power BI desktop. Okay, it will store the data in Power BI desktop. So it will store the data in Power BI. It will store the data in Power BI desktop. So import mode. So just remember these terms. Okay, import mode and direct query mode. So import mode imports the data, imports or copy the data. Okay, import mode imports or copy the data set in Power BI desktop. So that means it will store the entire data in Power BI, desktop, entire data in Power BI desktop. So import the full data set again, get the new changes, and you must refresh the data via scheduler refresh button. See, for example, you take all the data, here. Okay, you take all the data here into the Power BI desktop. Okay, for example, Excel lo aa connectivity modes కనపడవు అన్నమాట. So but except Excel, all the data you will get it, but tomorrow I will show you in real time. So how we can see the connectivity modes, how we can see these two options. Okay, but today just remember the theory part. Okay, so import mode imports or copy the entire data into the Power BI desktop. Okay, and Power BI desktop to import the full data set again and get the new changes, you must refresh. For example, you have to get all the data, into the Power BI desktop. If you have done some changes, you have done changes in the Power BI desktop in the data. So what you need to do, you need to click on the refresh button, this one. Okay, you need to click on the refresh button, this one. You need to click on it. Okay, this one you need to click on it. So that what it will do, it will get the new changes. Okay, it will get the new changes. So what is the advantages in Power BI, import mode? Okay, what is the importance of advantages of import mode? So all Power BI features are available in import mode. All Power BI features means whatever the features which are provided by Power BI desktop, all the features you can get it by using import mode. When you are using import mode, you can get all the features which are available in Power BI, which are available in Power BI desktop, like alternative login to the database connection, relationship filtering, okay, filtering data expressions, data expressions with DAX expressions, okay. DAX expressions, all the DAX expressions will be supported when we are using import mode, okay. Okay, single and both directions in the relationship filtering also available, okay. Single and both directions. For example, if we go here, so so here we have only one table. That is the reason you cannot see all the relationships, right? So I will show you in the another data model, okay. So these are the pros, like all the Power BI features will be available. All the Power BI features will be available in import mode, okay. All the Power BI features will be available in the import mode. All the Power BI features, and also like so it will be faster than direct query mode. So that means there must be some drawback in the direct query mode. So it will be faster than direct query mode. Faster than direct query mode. Direct query mode కంటే ఫాస్ట్ గా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే డేటా అనేది మనకి ఇన్ మెమరీలో ఉంటుంది. అంటే పవర్ బై డెస్క్టాప్ లోనే ఉంటుంది. డేటా విల్ నాట్ బి ఇన్ సోర్స్ సిస్టమ్. Data will be stored in memory system, in memory. So data loaded into the in memory Power BI desktop, okay. So that the query calculated from the loaded data. ఎందుకంటే నీకు డేటా అనేది ఇక్కడే అవైలబుల్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు ద డేటా మోడ్, if you go to the data, so that this is we call it as an import mode, okay. This is we call it as an import mode. డేటా అనేది ఇక్కడే అవైలబుల్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ క్యాలిక్యులేటింగ్ సంథింగ్, వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ రిఫ్రెషింగ్ డేటా, దట్ విల్ బి సో ఫాస్ట్. బికాస్ డేటా నీకు పవర్ బై డెస్క్టాప్ లోనే అవైలబుల్ ఉంది కాబట్టి సో ఇట్ విల్ బి దట్ వాట్ యు కెన్ సే, ఇట్ విల్ బి ఫాస్ట్ కంపేర్డ్ టు ద డైరెక్ట్ క్వరీ. అట్లా అప్పుడు ఏమైతుందంటే మీకు ఆటోమేటిక్గా అర్థమవుతుండాలి. డైరెక్ట్ క్వరీ మోడ్ లో ఏంటంటే డేటా విల్ నాట్ బి స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ పవర్ బై డెస్క్టాప్, ఓకే. డేటా విల్ నాట్ బి స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ పవర్ బై డెస్క్టాప్, okay. So what I'm saying, so import mode due to faster than direct query due to data load, faster than direct query mode due to the data loaded into the in memory. సో పవర్ BI ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్ లో డేటా అనేది మనకి ఇన్ మెమరీలో స్టోర్ అయి ఉంటుంది. పవర్ BI డెస్క్టాప్ ఇన్ మెమరీలో అవైలబుల్ అయి ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ద క్వరీ క్యాలిక్యులేటెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద లోడెడ్ డేటా. అంటే ఈ మనం ఏమైనా క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేసినా ఆ క్వరీ అనేది ఇక్కడ నుంచే క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసుకొని మనకి అవుట్పుట్ ఇస్తుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ ఇట్ విల్ బి ఫాస్ట్ కంపేర్ టు ద డైరెక్ట్ క్వరీ మోడ్. సో టిల్ నౌ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్ అప్ టు నౌ క్లియర్?
Yes sir.
So import mode, just remember this: import mode and direct query mode and live connection, okay. So you can tell to the interviewer also import mode and direct query mode also I have added, but I know what is the description of what is the use of live connection, okay. What is the use of live connection? So import mode ante enti, import mode anedi, so import mode imports or copy the data set into the Power BI desktop, okay. Power BI desktop, and to import the full data set again or get the new changes, you must refresh the data via schedule or refresh button, okay. Schedule ante ekkada chestamante, so you can do in a Power BI service, okay. That topic you will cover data gateway and schedule refreshes, right? So we will discuss on that time. So but you can do manual refresh also in Power BI desktop. So that is the use of import mode. So what are the advantages? So all Power BI features are available in import mode. All Power BI features are available in import mode, like alternative login, okay. Alternative login to the database connection, relationship with the relationship filtering with the both directions. So I will show you when we have both tables. And faster than direct query mode, due to the data loaded into the in memory, okay. Due to the data loaded into the in memory, the query calculated from the loaded data. So the data will be available in Power BI desktop only in metadata, right? So the Power BI will be stored in Power BI by using import mode. You can see data will be available in Power BI desktop in memory. That is the reason the query calculated will be the query calculated from the loaded data. Okay, all the DAX expressions, so data analysis expressions fully supported. So in that means in the direct query you will there will be some limitations while you are using DAX expressions. Okay, that is the another drawback in direct query mode compared to the import mode, because import mode lo maniki anni DAX expressions support chestadi. Okay, single and both directions in the relation filtering are available. Okay, this also we can see when we are using model relationship topic. Okay, so these are the advantages in pros. Okay, so wherever you have some advantages, there must be disadvantages also, right? Disadvantages also. So what are the disadvantages? Depends on the imported data size. A lot of consumed memory in disk space, because it is loading the in memory, right? In memory, it is loading the in memory. So that is the reason we have a limitation. So the file size should not be 1 GB. The file size should not be 1 GB. Okay, file means that is the data size. Okay, the data size should not be 1 GB. So depends on the import data size, a lot of consumed memory and disk space, because it is available in the Power BI in memory. Okay, disk space on your machine, disk space on your machine during the implementation. Okay, ఎందుకంటే నీ డేటా మొత్తం ఇన్ మెమరీలో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి, సో it will consume the disk space, right? It will consume the disk space. Okay, on the online and premises server. Online and on-premises server అంటే మీకు తెలుసు కదా. సో on-premise server అంటే ఏంది? సో it is not comes under the server. It is not comes under the cloud based. Okay, it is not comes under the cloud based, but it is online means it is a cloud based. Okay, so the Power BI file size cannot be bigger than 1 GB. So this is the Power BI PBX file, right? We call it as a, so this one is we call it as a PBX file. This one we call it as a PBX file. So format kuda meeku PBX file format lo untadi. We go to the properties. Okay, can you see it here? So .pbx, can you see it here? So the format is PBX file. So the file size should not be more than 1 GB. Okay, the file size should not be more than 1 GB. Okay, and what it will do, if you have more than 1 GB, you will get an error if the file size is bigger than 1 GB. If the file size bigger than 1 GB, so in this case you must use Power BI Premium. So Power BI Pro lo, so this is the limitation. Power BI Pro lo 1 GB, it should not be more than 1 GB. But if you have a file size more than 1 GB, then in this case you must have the Power BI premium license to allow 50 GB file size. Idi, see, for example, if I right click here, what is the size of this file? Just in MBs, just 9 MB. 1 GB ante it's more than 1000 MB, right? So more than 1000 MB. So 1000 MB kante ekku unte it will give the error. So in this case, how you can overcome will overcome this issue. So if you have more than 1 GB data, then what you can do, you can use the Power BI Premium license that allows you having the 50 GB file size. Okay, 50 GB file size. So Power BI Premium అంటే నేనేం చెప్పా? సో మీకు డిఫరెన్స్ చెప్పాను కదా, Power BI Pro Premium చెప్పానా? ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశా కదా, Power BI లైసెన్స్ కాస్ట్ ఎంత, ప్రీమియం లైసెన్స్ కాస్ట్ ఎంత.
Yes, right.
Yes. So it is high price. Premium ante premium per user ante $20. So premium capacity ante it is $5,000, right?
Yes, sir.
So but most of the time it will not be more than 1 GB. See here it is only 9 MB. See this is also contain huge data, but still it is only 9 MB. So 1000 MB kavali file ante, so it contains huge data, right? So most of the time we use Power BI Pro only. So very less people will use the Power BI premium capacity. As I said, so when you are dealing with a large amount of data, it contains more than 1 GB, then only you can go with the premium license. Okay, then only you can go with the premium license. Okay, no recent data without refresh until unless you refresh the data, then on until unless you refresh the data, there will not be new data. If you are not refreshing the data, you will not get the new data, latest data. That is the disadvantage in import mode. Okay, that is the disadvantage in import mode. I will send this file to you. Okay. Okay. So ఇక్కడ వరకు అర్థమైందా? So these are the pros and cons in the import mode. Okay, these are the pros and cons in import mode. Direct query mode. So what is meant by direct query mode? So in the direct query mode, the Power BI report connects directly to the source. See, for example, now we have, for example, this is the import data. Okay, so what it will do, it will store the data in memory, it will store the data in Power BI desktop. But in direct query, whenever you are using this connectivity mode as a direct query mode, the report directly connects to the data source. The report directly connects to the data source. That means source. For example, you are fetching the data from SQL. So whenever you are using direct query mode, it will directly connect to the SQL source. So SQL source with always current data. So that means, so when you are using direct query mode, so the report directly connects to the data source to always view the current data. అప్పుడు ఏమైతుంది, సో నువ్వు ఏం చేస్తున్నావు, డైరెక్ట్ గా సీక్వెల్ సోర్స్ కనెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నావు. ఓకే, సీక్వెల్ కానీ ఎస్ఏపీ కానీ ఒరాకిల్ కానీ నువ్వు ఏం చేస్తున్నావు, డైరెక్ట్ గా అది సీక్వెల్ డైరెక్ట్ గా సోర్స్ కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది, ఎనీ ఆఫ్ ద సోర్స్ లైక్ సీక్వెల్, ఒరాకిల్, ఎస్ఏపీ, వాట్ ఎవర్. అప్పుడు ఏమైతుంది, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద లేటెస్ట్ డేటా విల్ బి అవైలబుల్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద లేటెస్ట్ డేటా ఈస్ అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ ద సోర్స్ సిస్టమ్, the same data will be available in the Power BI in Power BI, right? Power BI report. అర్థమైందా? సో ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్ లో సో it will load the data into the Power BI in memory, right? It will load the data, it will import the data, copy the data into the Power BI desktop. But in the direct query mode, the Power BI report connects directly to the data source, directly to that source. Okay, let's say source, directly connect to the source and data source. Both are same because you are connecting to the SQL or any of the source. Okay, that is called data source. You are directly connect to the source to always view the current data, and then no data copies in file, no data copies in Power BI file, no data copy in Power BI file. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి Power BI ఫైల్ లో కాపీ చేస్తుంది కదా డేటాని ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్ లో, బట్ ఇక్కడ లేదు. సో నో డేటా కాపీస్ ఇన్ Power BI ఫైల్, జస్ట్ స్మాల్ మెటా డేటా లైక్ టేబుల్స్, ఫీల్డ్స్ నేమ్ విల్ బి స్టోర్డ్. సో ఇక్కడ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈ ఆప్షన్ ఉండదు, డేటా ట్యాబ్ అనేది ఉండదు. వెన్ యూ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ డైరెక్ట్ క్వరీ, there will not be any data tab, while you are using the direct query mode. Okay, but when you are using import mode, you can see all these three tabs. Okay, so what they are saying is just small metadata like tables. Okay, this table information you can see it, and the fields information, this fields information you can see it in the import mode, direct query mode will be stored in the metadata. Okay, metadata, I am talking about the metadata, not the front end. Okay, so the data will be the small metadata will be like small data will be stored, metadata will be stored in direct query mode like a table, field names. Okay, table names and field names will be stored in a metadata. Okay, అర్థమైందా? So this is the advantage of what is the use of direct query mode. So advantages, what are the advantages we have? So we will use always the current data. We will use always the current data. That means it is why means it is it is connecting directly. It is connecting directly to connect to the source, right? It is directly connecting to the source, right? So that is the reason we can see always current data. So there will not be any need of refresh the data in Power BI desktop. But if you want to make a schedule refreshes, for example, I want to refresh the data in Power BI service, then you can go to the schedule refresh and you can schedule the refresh. For example, daily 2 or 3 times, 4 times, whatever. Okay, that is the always it will get the latest data. Always it will get fetch the latest data. But ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్ లో చేయాలంటే ఏం కావాలి నీకు చెప్పండి. కరెంట్ డేటా కావాలంటే, లేటెస్ట్ డేటా కావాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్ లో? వాట్ ఐ సెడ్ ఇన్ ద అబౌవ్. ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం చెప్పాను, డైరెక్ట్ కోడింగ్ మోడ్ లో అయితే నువ్వు రీఫ్రెష్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. సో ఇట్ విల్, బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ డైరెక్ట్లీ కనెక్టింగ్ టు ద సోర్స్, రైట్? ఇట్ ఈస్ డైరెక్ట్లీ కనెక్టింగ్ టు ద సోర్స్.
Yes, sir.
But when you are talking about import mode, so if I want to have a latest data, what you need to do?
You have to reschedule refresh button.
You have to first refresh. I mean, in Power BI desktop, you need to click on refresh button, or else you can schedule the refresh in the Power BI service. Okay, so that is the use of direct query mode. So you don't need to refresh it. Whenever you open the report, automatically it will get the latest data. And second point is, it is scalable. I mean, scalable means there is no limitation. Okay, there is no limitation for 1 GB data set. Okay, there is no limitation for 1 GB in in import mode lo. So the file size should not be 1 GB, right? Enduku 1 GB limitation ledante, the data is not storing in Power BI desktop, right? The data stored in source itself. So we are not doing any storing the data in Power BI desktop. So it is already available in the source. It is only available in the source. It is the data is available in the source itself. That is the reason. So we are not loading any data, right? We are not loading any data in Power BI desktop. That is the reason there is no limitation for 1 GB. So you can have more data. So it is up to, it depends on the data capacity in source. It is depends on the data store capacity in the Power BI, in the source. So we don't need to worry about the limitation in direct while you are using the direct query mode. Okay, build reports with the large data sets. Okay, build reports with the large data sets. That's what I'm, when you are having the file size more than 1 GB also, you can create a reports while you are using the direct query mode. But in import mode, if the Power BI file size more than 1 GB, you cannot create report. So you will get the error. Okay, you will get the error. So that is the reason what you need to do. You need to use the Power BI preview. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So next topic. So there, these are the advantages we know. But there must be disadvantages. So what I said in the disadvantages. So there must be some DAX expressions will not be support in the
Import mode.
No, in direct query mode. So there must be some limitation. I'm talking about the limitation. Okay. See. So, and also I said import mode is faster than direct query mode. What I said, import mode is faster than direct query mode. Where is that? Yeah, see here, faster than direct query mode. So import mode is the faster than direct query mode due to the data loaded into the in memory. Okay, due to the data loaded into the in memory, right? The data loaded into the in memory, because the data is available in Power BI desktop itself. See here, what is the disadvantage in direct query? Slower than in import mode. Why slower than import mode? Enduku cheppandi evana?
Because current data యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి స్లో అవుతుంది కదా సార్. ఆల్రెడీ ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్ లో డేటా ఆల్రెడీ లోడ్ అయి ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి అది డైరెక్ట్ ఫాస్ట్ వస్తుంది. ఇది కరెంట్ డేటా రిఫ్రెష్ చేసుకుని చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి
కరెంట్ డేటా అంటే, సో the data is available in source, source, right? So that is the reason what it will do. Whenever you are refreshing the data, so it will go to the source. Okay, it will go to the source and it needs to fetch the data. It fetches the data, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is the reason it will take time. That is the reason it will take time. So that is the reason it will slow compared to the import mode. See, whenever you are opening the report, so what it will do, it will always have a current data, right? Current data kavalante it will always needs to connect with the source, right? It will always needs to connect with the source. That is the reason. So whenever we are opening the report, what it will do, it will go to the source. For example, SQL. Okay, let's say SQL as a source. It will go to the source and it will search the SQL tables whichever we have used. Okay, for example, we have used customer and orders table. So it will go to the customer and orders table. It will search it whether do we have a latest data or not, and then it will give the output. So that is the reason. It will be slow compared to the import mode. Okay, compared to the import mode.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
And then cannot use alternative database credentials. Okay, cannot use alternative database credentials means, so you can use only one database. Okay, you can use one database at a time. Okay, you can use only one database at a time. You cannot use, for example, in my report, I fetch the data for the first time. I fetch the data from SQL side, so from the SQL source, and I want to get the data from Excel, or I want to get the data from Oracle. I want to get the data from SAP into the same report. What you can do, you can get that by using import mode, but not by using the direct query mode. Okay, see here. That is the use of this one. Cannot combine multiple data sources in Power Query. Okay, all must come from single data source. That is the use of this one. Cannot use the alternative database credentials means either. Cannot combine multiple sources. Multiple sources means, as I said, like SQL, SQL or Oracle or SAP. So, but when you are using import mode, you can get that. When you are using import mode, you can combine multiple data sources. Okay, that is the drawback here in Power Query. Sorry, in direct query mode. So you cannot combine multiple data sources ante ade. So no SQL nunchi koncha data fetch cheyali. For example, SQL nunchi I want to fetch the data from sales information, and again I want to get the data from Oracle as a finance data. I want to get the data from SAP as a marketing data. Something like that. You cannot combine it. In the direct query, but you can do that in import mode. Okay, you can do that import mode. అర్థమైందా? Okay, so that is the disadvantaging power in direct query mode. So that is the disadvantaging direct query mode. Okay, in still there are so many disadvantages. That is the reason in real time, if the data size is below 1 GB, then you can always go with the import mode. That is the best way. Okay, that is the best practice. Here, what is meant by single direction? So in import mode, you can have a both directions. Okay, in import mode, you can have a both directions. Here, see, single and both directions in the relationship filtering available. But here you have only the single direction is only available. Meanwhile, you can combine both directions for direct query in power preview features. Okay, so in preview features we can do that, but by default it will be only single direction is available in in direct query. So what is this? Time capabilities are not available. Time intelligence functions will not be available. Okay, time intelligence functions will not be available. Okay, time intelligence means like what you can say, calendar functions. Okay, year to till date, quarter to till date. So these are all functions will not be available. Okay, will not be available. The time capabilities will not be available. So what you need to do, you need to create a calendar auto function, and then you need to create. By default, it will not support. Okay, so the date columns like day, month, year are not supported. See, that's what I said. Okay, time capabilities ante it is contains, so the data columns like day, month, year are not supported in direct query, but import mode everything will be supported. All the date functions, all the time functions will be supported in the all the date and time functions will be supported in import mode, but in in direct query it will not support it. Okay, so the return data to Power BI must be greater than 1 million rows. That returned data to Power BI must be 1 million rows. 1 million rows kante data ekku undakudadu annamata. 1 million rows kante ekku unte, so that the performance will be very bad, and also you will get a so many performance issues. Okay, you will get so many performance issues. One second. Okay, okay, clear ఇంతవరకు?
Yes, sir.
So many DAX functions, yeah, as I said, many DAX functions will not be supported. DAX functions on that, like switch function, calculate, related, and what you can say, calculate, filter, sum x, okay, max, min, max. So ఇవన్నీ support చేయదు. ఇవన్నీ కొన్ని, so many of the DAX functions will not be supported. Okay, many of the DAX functions will not be supported in direct query mode. Okay, this is about important direct query mode. Okay, clear? So tomorrow I will show you so how we can use the import mode and direct query mode. So live connection description, so we can discuss tomorrow also. But so I will send this document to you. So just read about the what is mean by import mode, what is the use of import mode, what are the disadvantages in import mode, and again what is direct query, what are the advantages in direct query mode, what are the disadvantages in direct query mode. Okay, clear? So just have a look this. Okay, just have a look this. Tomorrow we will talk about, we'll see in a real time, we will see in a system, we'll see in a practical. So how you need to connect to the, so where you can see the option called import mode, where you can see option called direct query. Okay, where you can see option called direct query. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so tomorrow we will discuss all these options including this live connection description. Okay, so till now I have not used this direct query option. Sorry, not direct query, this live connection. So live connection most of the time we'll use only for cloud data sources. Okay, cloud data sources.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so then see you tomorrow, and thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.